This is crucial. Step number 3 is creating an SOP for your team to have clear instructions to run your law firm for you. What is an SOP? Before we get there, let's talk about the problem. So according to the Gallup poll that asked to rank the factors that had the strongest influence on job performance, of all the factors, the number 1 factor was, I know what is expected of me. Okay, of all the factors that helps your team perform, if your team has very clear idea of what is expected of them, exactly what they need to do, that it will be the biggest factor in their performance. So an SOP is a standard operating procedure. What it does is makes it easy for you to hire and train your team. And it also makes it very clear for your team to know what is expected of them. And it also helps you save time from answering the same questions. Hey, but where can I find this document? What do I need to do with this client? Once you have an SOP, that's what it does. And most importantly, allows you to remove yourself as the bottleneck of your law firm. Okay, look at these benefits. It makes it easy to onboard new team members. It makes it clear exactly what they need to do. It takes you out of the process, so you don't have to answer questions left and right every time they're stuck. All the answers will be there. And again, allows you to practically remove yourself as the bottleneck of your law firm. And the best way to kind of explain this is kind of like a McDonald's franchise model, like clear set of instructions on how to run your law firm. Okay, you create this manual. Essentially, a SOP is like a manual of how to run your law firm. So that God forbid, if you can't work or do, if you're not involved with your law firm can still has clear instructions on what needs to be done, who's doing what, and this is how you run my law firm. And this is really a way for you to be able to stop being the bottleneck of your law firm and have your law firm run for you by using your virtual assistants and your team to be able to do that. Okay, so how to create your SOP. Good news for you is I've already created one for you. Usually I share this with our legal funnel members, but because you're part of this training, go ahead and use it. Super high value. It's not really shared anywhere else. And I'll be sharing my screen. Actually, let's go there right now. So you're gonna name it, your law firm name SOP or law firm name training. Okay, you can feel free to delete this if you like. And here it is. I've already created the template for you. Okay, so the first page is like a welcome. Here's what our law firm is like. Here's who we serve. Here's our mission statements. Here's our core values. These are like upfront things that you want your new and also your current team to know about your law firm. Okay. Good news is, again, I filled up and I give you, I took my own, create a template out of it for you. And all you have to do, fill in the holes and whatever, and customize it for yourself. Okay. So there's a welcome section. There's also a section about how you help your clients. This is pretty much, clearly explain what services you offer or how you help your clients or what problems your law firm solves. Our most common clients are usually these types of people. So you make it very clear, our people that we usually sign on are these types of people. Your law firm core values. These are like top 3 things about your law firm that you want your team to really embed in how they interact with your prospects and clients. If you can't come up with any, you can go ahead and use mine. Mine are, we're client obsessed. Our clients is our focus, essentially. We apply the 80-20 Pareto principle to everything we do. Everybody's on board. Everybody that I work with has this. They understand this about me, is always working smart, focusing on our top clients, top leads, top lead sources, top everything. I never worry about everything. I always go find the top things. We're laser focused on only what works best, and we eliminate any tasks, distractions, or leads or clients that slow us down. And the last one is big picture matters most. We don't get bogged down in details. We don't get slowed down in small details. We quickly revise things, we implement fast, and we move on. And what we love about our law firm, again, feel free, this builds culture, to share these things, to think about how you want your team to run. Because again, your biggest asset for your law firm is your team. So make sure you have the right mindset to help you run your law firm. Second is the first steps. So you want everybody who joins your team to do this. I want you to go install Chrome. I want you to go install Slack. Go join my Slack. Go install LastPass. Go learn how to use Slack. Go learn how to make Slack. So again, I give you guys mine just to give you an idea, to get you kind of build the momentum to start thinking about yours. What are the things that you want everybody to do? Okay. I want you to use these tools. This is how you use it. These are the tools that we use. This is what they do. All these tools are game changers. Mixmax is a whole topic that's about email automations. So that's pretty much the second page. Again, is the first steps. And third page is important notes, general notes that you want them to kind of abide by. For us, respond back to emails quickly. I found out early in my law firm that the quicker I could respond back to emails, the more likely we'll be able to sign up clients. So I make sure that we have a couple of VAs at all times answering emails 24/7 around the clock. Also, we personalize every email. Personalization, but people want to feel like they're being talked to directly. So we personalize every email and any other things that basically is important for your law firm. Next, I could do a whole training, and there's a whole module just about this. This is kind of building your dream team, which is basically your if you could build out the perfect team members to help you run your law firm. Who are they? What would be the position titles? Exactly what specific tasks would they do? What's the number one goal that they have to accomplish? And sometimes what are some incentives I could build based on that number one goal for them? That's very clearly here for everybody to see exactly what their roles are. All of our law firms has the same structure. We know who it is. We know what the title is. We know exactly what they do. We know what the number one goal. And if we can also build an incentive for them, it doesn't matter what you do, we'll build an incentive for you as well. And the most important part is, this is how you run my law firm. So we clarify it, and there's a good structure to this. So we first do it based on the position. So for all the intake managers, here's how to sign up new clients. For client onboarding specialists, for people who sign up, who onboard new clients, here's how to onboard a new client to be served. For case managers, here's what I want you to do. And the way that we do that, which ties into step number 2, is we use Loom. We write out a list of what needs to be done, and we link out to a Loom video for every single one of these steps. That way, the VA who's a dedicated VA, who's an intake manager, has clear instructions. These are the 6 things they got to accomplish, and here's how to do each of these steps. And what this does is, once you have this, use Loom, you link out to all the steps here, then it doesn't matter. You're basically creating a manual for your law firm to be run. It doesn't matter who leaves your law firm, who's working there or not. You're able to always have this protocol, this instructions there, that anybody could come in within a couple of days, get trained, and know with clarity what needs to be done, so that you don't have to train over. At this point, I haven't trained anybody in a couple of years. Usually 80% of the training is done from our SOP, and I try to leave the rest of the training to somebody in my law firm who can do the rest of the training, including actually having our main VA who can also, take on that training. Okay. And then that's the last page is other helpful resources, maybe like website links or other videos or other things that you think it will be helpful for them to watch. And essentially, you need to create this for your law firm. Until you create this, again, you will be the bottleneck for your law firm. So this is one of those inevitable things. Either you understand this and you understand the power of this and you go build it now. Hopefully, if you're here, please don't, the inspiration and motivation you get at this moment is very valuable. Don't lose it. So schedule, most important, again, on your worksheet, go ahead and create an SOP and write a time that you will go dedicate 30 minutes, nothing crazy, 30 minutes to start building this out. Okay. You're not going to create the whole thing in one shot. It doesn't work that way. At least you build out the first version of it, like very just the very minimum, kind of as much as you can in the first 30 minutes, but it's something that you build over time. So that next time you provide instructions, all you rule of thumb, which I'll share with you right now in about a minute, you'll always have a rule of thumb. Every time that I train anybody to do anything, that instructions will be saved in this SOP. Okay. Now I got all my entire team. They know. I've told them so many times, do not give instructions until you put into SOP. Make sure it's recorded. It's a rule of thumb. Always make sure every training is recorded and make sure it's dropped off in the SOP. Okay. So again, just make sure to have that SOP, get that SOP, make a copy for yourself. And please take this moment right now, right here. I will create this on, ideally, if you have no energy today, do this today. You have the motivation. That would be the most ideal today. Or right after this, start working on your SOP. Fill it out as best as you can. Don't expect to have a full SOP in your one shot. It's something that I'm always adding onto it. Even 5 years later, I'm still adding onto it. And once you have at least the first version, share it with your existing team, with everybody on your team, and have maybe big team meeting. Hey, everybody, I made this amazing thing. I want you to go down this list and, just explain to them what their role is and get everybody to watch, to go through this SOP. And also, every time you have a new hire, the very first thing you do, say, welcome aboard. I want you to go through this training. 2 or 3 days dedicated to just going through this training. Prepare me a list of questions that you have. And in one shot, I can answer all your questions for you. And you, again, add more to it over time. And again, have this rule of thumb is always record all of your trainings on Loom or Zoom. It rhymes, so it's easy to remember. Because again, you don't want to retrain. You don't want to give the same instructions again. Again, just assume that you have to repeat this. So always record all of your trainings and drop the link in your SOP. Okay. You always have quick access to your SOP. Maybe you drop it off in your Chrome browser. You click on it quickly. Just add the link there too. Just in case something happens to this VA or this team member, you'll always have those clear instructions.
Lawyer Nation, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, take a moment right now to subscribe right below and turn on the bell notification to get notified every time I post a video, because right now I'm posting 5 videos a week, providing lots of value to lawyers. So click right here to subscribe, and to watch the next most relevant video, click right here. Go do it. Go watch it.